What's the biggest myth people today believe? Money doesn't buy happiness. In most cases, it actually does. At the very least, money mitigates a lot of causes for anxiety and stress. The biggest cause of stress it relieves is the one from having a lack of money. As someone who grew up in a poor single-parent household and now enjoys a healthy dink relationship in my early 30s, money definitely buys security, an ability to splurge, and unlocks a lot of hobbies you might be passionate about but too poor to engage with. It's much easier to manage mental health with good insurance as well. If all that isn't happiness, it certainly enables it. Yep. Dink meant paying for IVF was not even a financial issue. Just paid it and got a baby. Zero stress during inflation and rental crisis because we live like kings, compared to my childhood and early adult life, and spend less than 50% of our income. I think it can buy some peace. Happiness is fleeting. It definitely can be argued it removes a lot of obstacles in the pursuit of happiness. I've had a job that made a lot of money but was terrible and a job that doesn't pay as much but was much better, and I am much happier with the latter. As long as you can live a life you're comfortable with and can do the things you want to do while being able to save is all you really need. Money gives us choices. When you're poor you have few choices. When you have money you have choices for leisure, for healthcare, for where you live, etc. Those choices absolutely make us happier. I think the only people who claim money doesn't buy happiness are sad rich people. And still so many people keep confusing pleasure with happines. Democracy is believed to represent the mass, but in reality, many elected officials are often wealthy or privileged individuals, and this can lead to a system where the affluent have a disproportionate influence on the country. And yet people still vote for the unabashedly rich who are only out for the rich's interests. Because those candidates spend a whole lot of money on marketing to people that wouldn't normally vote for them to make them think they're on the same side. Then pull a designated survivor and go for broke on an independent or someone who isn't just a rich asshole. The masses think they're one step away from being privileged, if only the good politician would win. It's the ones that become wealthy after being elected that we have to watch. In a world where information is at our fingertips, it's interesting to see how some still cling to the myth that multitasking equals productivity. Newsflash, our brains are not supercomputers, and juggling tasks like a circus act does not make us efficiency experts. It's time to experience the magic of concentration and give up the mirage of multitasking. Yes, you can't do two things at the same time, but you can be more efficient by switching tasks. Cleaning while you cook, sending emails in between bouts of working on a task at work, making calls while a program runs. The myth is that you can't distractedly drive or hold an IM conversation while you need to be listening to a meeting, for the most part. Basically, you can't specifically focus on two things at the same time. You absolutely can efficiently change your focus between multiple things in order to get more done. However, you actually lose efficiency by doing that too frequently also. It takes the average person 15 minutes for their brain to fully absorb the task at hand and start working at peak efficiency. Changing tasks before then or too shortly afterwards can be more detrimental than focusing on a single task for say 30 minutes. Isn't this multitasking? Depression is a choice and not a disease. That God will fix your depression. If you're depressed, you don't love God enough. Not religious? That's fine. Diet and exercise will have you right as rain in no time. TBF, religion and exercise can both serve as escapism for depression. But with that being said, they don't actually fix the underlying problems. The only things that can fix it are time and/or actual professional help. To add to this, diet and exercise, with proper treatment, can help manage depression better, as being productive improves mental health, and having something small that allows you to see results relatively easy helps you see that you can do things. Depression makes it hard to be productive, which leads you to a harmful cycle of being too depressed to do stuff, not doing stuff, feeling bad for not doing stuff, and getting more depressed. Mice love cheese. Mice will eat anything they can find with nutritional value, but they don't even like cheese really, they'd rather eat fruit or candy. Peanut butter worked well for me when I fought off a family of rats. Consider yourself lucky your rats had a peanut allergy, mine showed up with jam and bread. Yeah, peanut butter works great. Our dog food seems to really attract them too, so now I put that in traps and it does the job too. Tried many different things in mouse traps and peanut butter has always worked the best for me. Please like and subscribe for more daily content.